Hey, you rump shakers, and welcome back to another episode of 90 Day Hunt for Love. This week is episode 6. Let me tell you, TLC popped off with this spinoff. Now, I would say I wish they would have brought this a long time ago, but honestly, this was the perfect time to bring this, just because of the cast that they have, especially Rob. So they needed these people here, so I'm glad they waited till now, but this show is good. Every single episode, I have been gripping my desk. Even the previews got me locked in. Now, let's just get into this drama. Last week, they had those games, and the winners of the game got to choose somebody to take on a date. Jennifer was one of those winners, and instead of taking Rob on a date, she took Cole, and that's where they ended off in last week. So this episode starts off with them having their date. Now, Cole has just been using this date just to talk about Rob, trying to figure out how she feels about Rob, wondering how Rob feels, wondering what they were doing. He's not connecting with her that much right now, until the talk of kissing comes up. Now, I don't know why, but she went on to lie about her not kissing anybody in this resort up until Chantel. So Cole goes on to joke about her and Chantel kissing, and he, of course, has no ill feelings towards that. It's just Rob or any other man. And it's so funny because anytime she talks about them not kissing or doing anything, the editors keep putting in clips of them doing it. But Jen goes on to explain that the reason she took Cole out on this date was because she just found out that Rob was married. And I didn't even really think about that when they were doing it, that he hadn't told her yet. So that was really effed up on Rob's part. But she goes on to say that since he's married, she's not feeling sure about him anymore. She feels like he should have waited, and why did he even come to a retreat full of singles when he's not even fully done with his relationship? He could easily go back to her. He could still have feelings for her. So she's starting to put more of her eggs into Cole's basket. Now, with all this talk of kissing, Cole is ready to get his kiss, and she actually goes ahead and kisses him. But it wasn't a good kiss at all. It was really awkward.
Brother, what's that?
I'm sure it was magical for him, but me, from the outside looking in, it didn't feel like there was any connection there on her part anyway. Him, it looked like he was falling in love. Now with them kissing, she's hoping Cole doesn't get even more crazier, more obsessive, more jealous, more controlling. So she's like, yeah, we kissed, but this isn't a ring, so hopefully he's still cool after this situation. Now while the winners are on their date, they had a whole other party set up on the side. It's like a frat party. They're playing beer pong, flip cup, just getting drunk. And Courtney, she's like, I am in my zone. This is where I belong. She's getting people to take shot after shot, making them dance, just being ultimate party queen. But one person that's not having that great of a time is Chantel. She, of course, was the one making out with Jen, so she also got to win a date, and she decided to take Rob. Now, of course, Rob was basically doing what Cole was. He was just running his mouth about Jen, not even focusing on the date that he was on. He kept being like, I wonder what Jen's doing. I wonder what they're talking about. How does she feel about me? So Chantel was completely put off by that date. She's like, yeah, he's good to look at, but he's obviously mixed up with Jen. So she's kind of feeling down about that date. Now, it's not a party if people aren't drinking, having fun, and of course, dancing. And let me tell you, Colty got the moves. He is breaking it down. He need to chill out before he break a leg. But for some reason, Tim didn't want to see these girls shaking their derrieres. He's like, you two buff men, do a push-up contest.
Gay!
So this guy, I haven't gotten his name yet. He hasn't really shown up at all. He had that one date with Chantel, but that's it. And then Rocky, Rob, and May all get down, and they're going at it. They're going at the speed of light. Even May is keeping up. And let me tell you, I can't even do one. I would have got down there and broke both of my arms, my shoulders, my pelvic bone. Like, I would have been done for. But Tim, he's peeping May, and he's like, dang, she's keeping up with the guys. Maybe she could keep up in other areas.
Gay!
Now, Courtney and Colty sit down and have a conversation. Courtney brings up how they have been being weird towards her today. And he's like, who? You and Usman? Oh, yeah, we were, just having a conversation. But Courtney, she wants the details. She wants the juice. She wants the drama. So she's like, what happened? I heard you guys yelling. And he's like, nothing. We were just having a conversation. No, tell me what happened. Give me the juice. Give me the deets. Now, while they're having their conversation, there's these big old bugs flying around. They were calling them big roaches. I don't know what they are. They were disgusting. I absolutely hate bugs. But he goes on to say that they were just kind of having a heated conversation because he feels like Cole is trying to get at Courtney and he likes Courtney. And she's like, yeah, I get that he likes me, but he's not putting in any effort. No dates, no nothing. So I don't understand why he's acting this way. And Colt goes on to say, well, he likes you more than a friend. Like, he likes you like that. And Courtney asks him, well, do you like me more than a friend? And Colty starts getting a little nervous. He's like, oh, well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, let's hang out. Yeah, you're cool. Let's do this. Let's hang out. But like earlier I was saying, there was these big old bugs flying around and it was getting worse and worse. People were literally trapping them in cups and stuff. So they're like, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this situation. And Cole tries to walk Courtney out by like grabbing her hand and stuff. And I don't know if she just wasn't noticing it or what was happening, but it was hella awkward. He kept trying to like grab her hand and she was just like walking normally, but they eventually like wrapped his hand around her back trying to help her. Now Courtney is happy that Colty has finally made a move. She thinks he's fun, he's cute, funny, so she's excited to move forward with him. She feels like he could be the person she falls for.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
Now everybody starts heading back to their rooms, and Cole and Courtney actually, I'm guessing they spent the night with each other. I don't think anything freaky deaky happened, but they went back to his room together, and hopefully he kept his clothes on. But he's just like awkwardly dancing in front of her, and you could tell this girl was smashed. She just needed to lay down, but he just wanted to continue to hang out, which I mean, I understand, but this girl needed to go to sleep. Now in another room, Tiffany, Tim, May, and Joe are all in the room, and they're talking about Cole and Jennifer. They're basically just saying how Cole is a good guy and Jennifer is just gonna eat him the hell up. Now Rob is in his room alone, of course, and all he can think about is what Jen and Cole are doing right now. He is in a damn frenzy. So now he's feeling how Cole felt the other night. And would you guys like to know what Jen and Cole are doing in their room?
What? We're flying to Philadelphia. Oh, hell no! That's hell no! Whoa.
What the dog doing?
Again? Really? I mean, do your thing, but really? How do you expect to have a good, prospering relationship when you're already from the get-go lying in the relationship? And you act like none of this is gonna come out? Like he's not gonna see that you were effing with Rob just like the other day? Like, what are you expecting out of this? Did you really think you were gonna get a solid relationship out of this whole show or whatever the heck? I'm sure she came back just, get some more exposure and things like that, but like, I just don't understand. But honestly, this might sound weird. I wish I would have recorded just a little bit longer.
What?
I was trying to see what that raccoon was doing. Did they ever figure out the raccoon was in there?
Oh. Okay.
Now it's the next day and everybody decides to get together. They're just having a day out at this beach gym. And Tiffany's two boyfriends, Rocky and Carlo, are having a race. And Rocky straight flashes down that beach. She already had her dates with Carlo a couple of times, but she's still peeping at Rocky. She thinks he's attractive. I'm sure he thinks she's attractive because, I mean, look at her. Straight goddess. So she knows that there's some connection there, but she's just wanting to explore it some more. Now in this episode, I don't know what got into Colty. Maybe it was those freaking How to Court a Woman books or something.
My book on etiquette. Looks like it was published in 1806 and 1896, something. For the 1900s, at least. I don't know. There's some things in here, like tip your hat when you meet a lady, that makes sense,
He was riding for all these women, which, I mean, hell yeah. I love that for him. I love that for them. But he was standing up for every single woman. And Cole was over there talking to Carlo, basically just telling him how Tiffany's been hurt before. She's a really good person. So he's just wanting to know what his intentions are with her. And Carlo goes on to tell him that he really likes Tiffany and that the kids thing did kind of catch him off guard because he's not used to dating people with kids. He's never really put himself in a position to think about dating with somebody with kids. But now that he knows Tiffany and he's gotten to like be around her, he's not really worrying about the kids too much anymore. Like he still wants to give Tiffany a try. Now Chantel comes over and there's this weird gym thing. All the gym equipment is made out of like rocks and stuff. It looks like some caveman gym equipment, but it's like legit gym equipment. Like makes any sense. Well, Chantel doesn't know what the hell she's doing. She's trying to yank this thing up. Nothing's happening. So Colty is like, here, let me help you out. Let me show you. Tell me why this man was also struggling. How are you gonna try to show somebody how to do something, but you're not even doing it right? And I think Usman saw that and he's like, oh, it's my time to shine, soldier boy. And he comes over there. He's not doing that great either, but he was definitely doing a way better job than Colty. Now, off to the side, Usman and Nikki are working out, and Nikki, she's putting in her reps, doing her thing. And Usman, what is wrong with this dude? He starts doing his rep, trying to show out, and he's giving her the weirdest eye contact. It felt like it was a kid who had a crush on their babysitter, and he's just trying to impress them. And she's like, wow, oh my gosh, good job. Look at that eye contact.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I'm impressed.
5, 6, 7.
It's the eye contact for me.
8.
Now, Usman, of course, noticed Courtney and Colty building a connection last night. So he's like, I do like this woman, but if they're gonna be building connection, I don't really want to be in between that anymore. But goes on to say that Courtney is the most perfect woman for him. The looks, the personality, everything. He is smitten over her. But he's just not gonna do anything about it.
Are you dumb?
He was just expecting her to come to him, basically. And you can tell that because right now, he decides to ask Nikki out on a date. Why haven't you asked Courtney out on a date? I don't understand. If you like that girl so much, why didn't you ask her out on a date? Obviously, it's in your thought process. You know to do that. Why wouldn't you do it with Courtney? But he goes on to say he's asking Nikki out on a date for 2 reasons. 1, she's really beautiful. She's cool. He's vibing with her. But 2, and most importantly, he's gonna try to make Courtney jealous with this date. Why didn't you ask Courtney out on a date? This guy's an idiot, I swear. So he's asking Nikki out on a date because she's beautiful and he wants Courtney to get jealous. And he's like, either way, I'm gonna walk out of here with somebody. I'm gonna walk out with the right girl, whether it's Nikki or it's Courtney. Now on Nikki's end, which I was surprised about, she's like, I didn't really look at Usman and I wasn't attracted to him at first. Like, I like a tall guy because if I'm at a concert, I want to be able to sit on his shoulders. But now that I'm talking to Usman, he's really funny, he's handsome, I like his personality. So yeah, I definitely want to give him a try. And if anything, if we hit that concert, I'm sure he'll wear some platforms for me. And now Usman's weird ass. What is wrong with this guy, man? He's basically just trying to impress her like, oh yeah, I work out every single night. I bench press 3,000 pounds. You know, a car, I can lift that with my bare hands. I got you, baby. Well, anyway, you want to come to Africa? I'll buy you a ticket today. Come on, let's hop on the plane. Let's go. I'll marry you. What's up?
Boy, if you don't get...
Have you ever been to Africa?
No.
Okay, if I pay you a ticket to come to Lagos, would you open to do that?
Maybe ask me after the second date.
But would you be open for me to take you on a date?
No.
But I play soccer almost every night.
That's very impressive.
Yeah. But would you be open for me to take you on a date?
Like a once in a lifetime type of thing.
Listen, let me take it gradually.
I'd be down to go on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go on a date.
Now, Chantel, Elise, Colty, and Tiffany are all sitting down having a conversation. And Colty asked Chantel about her date last night with Rob. And of course, all he could talk about was Jen. So she said it didn't go very well because he's hung up on Jen and nobody else. He's not giving anybody else a chance. And of course, Elise, I felt like she went so hard on this because she's jealous. It didn't feel like she truly cared about the situation. It was more like, oh, Rob is messing around with somebody else. Now I gotta try to break this up. And real quick, this whole scene did kind of take me out of the show a little bit. And I know it was probably hard because there's so many people you gotta like have the camera on everybody at once. But they constantly had the camera crew in the behind scenes, or there was just like a dude with a camera walking in the back. Like, I understand this is a show and I know it's a show and I know there's cameras, but it's like, come on, man. Get out of the way. Like, he was just taking me out of it. But they go on to talk about the whole Rob and Jen situation. And Elise herself is so mad about the situation because she's like, people keep saying that I'm the one effing around with Rob. And I'm not. I'm not over there. So who is over there? Well, Tiffany one night heard Rob giggling with some girl and they were making out. And she could hear all the... And she thought it was Rob and Elise the whole time. But it turns out later on, she figures out that that was actually Jen's room. So they piece that all together and find out that Rob and Jen were actually doing it the other night. Now, they're not 100% sure, but like I said, Tiffany was right next to Jen's room and she said she heard it. She heard the good slapping noises and everything, the round of applause. And let me tell you, Chantel was all into this. She's like, oh my God, Rob is having schmecks with Jen? This is so juicy. Now they all agree that Jen is just being shady as hell. And they think that Cole is a nice guy. He's a sweet guy. He's here for something genuine. So they feel the obligation to tell Cole something. And Chantel goes on to defend Jen a little bit, saying that they are there to find love. They are there to date. And Schmex is usually a part of that equation. So she could do what she wants to. She's an adult. But Joe goes on to say it's not that she's doing these things. It's that she's lying to everybody around her. Well, not even everybody around her. The people that she's specifically dating, she's not being open with them. So she's kind of playing Cole, and I would say playing Rob too, but Rob is also playing. So Elise takes it in her own hands. She's like, I'm trying to get my man's back, so I feel like I should tell Cole what's going on. She didn't say getting her man's back part, but I swear I feel like that's the only reason she's doing this. Maybe not to get Rob back, but to get back at Rob, if anything, to have a little stir up, a mix up in the old love triangle. But Tiffany too is feeling very passionate about this. She's going on to say that she's going around messing with all these dudes, and if she really wanted the dude that was just gonna F from day one, then that's who she should have gone with, aka Rob, instead of trying to mess with somebody's heart that is genuinely here to make a connection with somebody. So Tiffany's feeling passionate about this too, and she also wants to tell Cole. Now, while they're talking about this situation, Cole himself is strolling up on that beach, and they couldn't have made it more obvious that they were talking about him, because as a whole group, they all crane their neck to go look at him. So Tiffany decides to take her man Carlo over there to go talk to Cole, and Carlo was messy. Not messy per se, but he also likes to be in the mess. He'd be always coming out of the woodwork being up in the drama. So he goes on to tell Cole what's going on with Jen and what she's doing. So they sit Cole down and they're like, listen, we're gonna just rip this band-aid off. The other night we heard Jennifer and Rob in the pool and we heard some noises. We definitely heard some stuff. And Cole's like, so what they say, what you hear? And they were like, we heard some things now. Oh, you heard Schmeck's noises? I mean, those are the things that we were listening to. And they're all trying to get him to see that Jennifer is just a snake. And Rob, that dude is a scumbag. So he don't need to be in their situation anymore. Elise, Carlo, Tiffany, all of them in their own way are trying to tell this man that Jennifer is not the one for him. That she is playing this man. Now, Cole is saying that he's feeling confused. That he understands that Rob and Jennifer have an attraction for each other, they're entertaining each other, but with the things that she's been saying and the events that just took place last night, he don't believe them. Yeah, he doesn't believe that she would go out and do that to him.
Look, Pim, I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause. He's obviously made up his mind. Why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here?
This guy's obsessed with this girl. So much to the point he's not listening to what anybody is telling him. If a whole group of people are telling you this is what it is, oh my goodness. I feel like even if they had video proof, which I mean we do got that. He hasn't seen it yet, but we do got that. I feel like he would probably be in denial. He probably would have been like, there's too much blurry stuff. He maybe never even inserted at all. Disgusting! But he is in the back of his mind being like, what if she is just doing this, you know, like have me chase her? What if that's what she feeds off of? What if she is a succubus? So he's like, my heart is telling me to rock it out with this girl, but my head is kind of, you know, telling me to run a little bit. So we asked them, should I go ahead and just go talk to Rob to see what's really going down. And they all agree, yeah, you should go talk to Rob. Let me tell you, at first I was like, that's a good idea to go talk to Rob, because maybe he'll be upfront and everything about it. I don't know why I put that in my head. I'm a dumbass. When I heard it, I was like, thank God he's not going to Jen, because all Jen would have done is just like whip out her or something like that, and everything would have been fine. But nah, he decides he's gonna go to Rob's room and have a conversation with him about it. Now he starts heading off to Rob's room, and the whole time he's basically just saying the same thing. He's just confused. He doesn't know what's going on. He just wants some answers to what's happening, if they actually did it or not. And he gets to Rob's room and Rob lets him on in. Now, on a lighter note, while one couple is breaking down, another one is forming. Everybody's still out on the beach and Chantel is sitting there and Joe comes over and he gets straight to the point. He's like, you have been giving me those vibes that you're into me. I'm into you. I think you're beautiful. You're really cool. You're gorgeous. So I just want to know where your head's at. And she goes on to be like, yeah, I'm feeling your energy too. Even during the masquerade party, before you took off your mask, I was feeling you. So I think this is cool. And she goes on to ask, like, I am older. He's 25, by the way. I think she's 33.
Yep.
So there's a bit of an age gap. But he goes on to say age does not matter to him. And I feel like every person says this. Oh, I'm older than 25. I might be 25, but I'm more mature than that. I feel like everybody says that. But he's like, yeah, I'm 25, but I'm a lot more mature than a 25-year-old. Like, I have a better mindset. But he goes on to ask her out on a date, and he does it real nice. I was like, okay, he's smooth with it.
I'll set up a little date for us. I'll give you a time and a place. I'll tell you what to wear, and then I'll come get you, and we'll go have a nice evening.
I like that.
That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right,
amazing,
yeah,
actually.
Definitely.
And she is all into this. She is hella giddy about the situation. Now, even though she is ecstatic about this, she is low-key still thinking about Ashley. She's still hung up on her friend that she kissed. But she's here for love, and she's super excited. She really likes Joe. Now, we go over to Rob and Cole, and they're having their conversation, and Cole comes in weird as hell. Almost like it felt like a parent having a conversation with their kid. Oh, I know you were in trouble. You did some stuff, but you don't know that I know yet. So what's going on? It felt like that. But he came in, he's like, so any guess on why I'm here? I'm guessing Jen, because that's literally the only thing we have in common at this point. Yeah, so you want to tell me what happened? What did you do? And of course, Rob, he ain't gonna say anything. Rob goes on to say he doesn't understand why he's coming in here, acting like he's her husband, boyfriend, anything to her other than some guy that she's just liking. Like, boy, it is 7 a.m, and all you're doing by doing this is just pushing Jen away. Like, you're being weird. You're acting weird. But Rob, honestly, the way he handled this, I thought it was pretty solid, because I would probably do the same thing. Because why are you in my business? Especially when the person you're talking about, you have no like legitimate ties to or anything. Like, why are you being this way? What Rob did, I wasn't too mad about. But he goes on to say, I don't understand like why we're having a conversation about this. Like, what is going on? And Cole goes on to be like, well, I know you're a smart guy, so I know you know why I'm here. I'm not gonna put that past you. You understand what's going on. So I spoke to Jennifer, and I knew she was gonna be dating other people. I knew she was gonna be making connections, but I told her she needed to be open and honest with me about what she's doing. And now I have people coming and telling me all the noises and stuff that was happening in the room, what was going on. And now I feel you're disrespecting me because you're not being open and honest with me. And Rob goes on to explain, listen, we are all here for the same thing. We're here to make connections with people. And I feel like you're trying to claim this person, trying to lay a stake on this person, when we're all here doing the same thing, trying to find our person. And I don't remember any of us talking about being open with each other, me having to tell you, hey, she's spending the night with me. None of us talked about that. And honestly, I feel like you need to take a step back and chill out, because you're doing too much. And what you need to do is stop being so demanding of her. And Cole's like, no, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. I am not demanding of her. All I've asked of her is to be open and honest with me. And then Cole started going in a little bit. He even kind of drug Jennifer a little bit too in the statement, but
and I don't know where you're at, but from my perspective, it looks like you just got a divorce and you're coming over here trying to heal those traumas with somebody who's also messed up. And it's embarrassing to me. You're steamrolling me, and I'm not going to let it happen anymore.
Steamrolling you?
Yeah.
How am I
absolutely.
steamrolling?
By sneaking around behind my back and doing that.
About sneaking around behind your back.
Some people seem to think that there was some, if you want to call them, noises.
I don't know about noises. I know that like hanging out with somebody is perfectly okay, right? And then, and I don't know about rumors because I've heard rumors about myself with other people, and I haven't hooked up with anybody.
Did you guys hook up?
No.
So that was a fucking lie.
I can a million times tell you that we did not hook up. We didn't even make out. We didn't make out or anything.
Like any intimacy
so
at all?
we were literally, we did pass out after playing Mario Kart.
You lying?
Yeah.
But Rob goes on to say, people can think what they want, people can say what they want, but at the end of the day, we're adults, we're single, we're not cheating on anybody, we are doing our thing. It's our business what we do behind closed doors, even though they were out in the middle of the open. They were in a pool, but you know what I mean. So I rock with that. They are adults. They don't need to be telling anybody what the hell is going on. Her and Cole are not together, so why she needs to tell Cole anything? I feel like, yeah, she needs to be upfront and honest. If he asks her, hey, you making out with this dude? She should be like, yeah. He'd even ask in the first place. She herself put out there that she hasn't kissed anybody in this resort other than Chantel. Like, she put that out there herself, so she is wrong as hell for that. But Cole, on the other hand, he don't need to be questioning anybody like this. This ain't your woman. But Cole just goes on to say he's just seeking for answers. He just wants to know what's going on because he's put himself out there with her. He's been vulnerable, given her his deepest secrets. He is being completely 100 with her. And he feels like he's just being hung out on a fishing pole, just dangling around. And she's not taking him seriously. Well, he's scared of that anyway. And I feel like if you're already feeling like this from the get-go, that is already a sign. Those are red flags. Huge red flags to tell you to back off. That's not the person for you. And he even goes on to say that he barely knows how she feels about him because he feels that everything she's saying is a lie. So what are you doing then? What are you doing? I don't understand. If you're already feeling this way, why would you take it further? Like, why not truly question these things with her and with yourself? Why put yourself in that position and then step back and be like, you know, I don't really trust her now that I think about it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Now, I was gonna say everybody gets together, but again, they start doing these like little events and things like in little groups of people, but they bring in a group of people. They're about to do like a social media type thing. They're basically just gonna be going through each other's social medias to see if what they portray online is the same thing that they are in real life. And everybody's getting sat down and situated, and Jen comes in and literally gives kisses and hugs to everybody, even Colty, but purposely passes over Tim, and he notices it. He's like, she is just being such a demon, a devil, a succubus. But you know what? It's cool, because fuck that bitch anyway. Now, Carlo and Cole end up coming in last, and they already all sat down, so they end up sitting at the end, but Colty makes it hella awkward. He's like, no, everybody scoot down. Cole, come over here, come sit with Jen. So they gotta move the whole damn line down so Cole can sit next to Jen, and it just made it awkward as hell. But thankfully, immediately after, the dating coaches come in and they're ready to start the event. And like I said, they're gonna be looking through each other's social medias to kind of see a grasp of how they portray themselves out there online. Now, Tiffany, she's like, I'm not scared about this whatsoever. I keep things very secretive. My Instagram actually is kind of dead, honestly. There's not really much going on there. Like, my stuff is not curated at all. But on the other hand, Colty's like, oh shit, yeah, there's some embarrassing stuff on my social media, so let's hope they don't dig too far. And now Tim is so goddamn real for this.
Do you feel like there might be something incriminating?
Nah, that was on MySpace, bro.
So they start out with Tim. It seems very blah. Like, there's a video of him drumming. There's a video of him wearing those like weird like red light masks to like take care of your skin. I don't even know if they actually work, but he's wearing one of them. They must work, because Tim, he's got some great skin. Like, all the little patches and stuff that he'd be using at night, he's doing something right. But it's very just typical Tim stuff. Him in his like fur coat, got pictures with like Veronica and things like that. And Jennifer is a straight hater. She's like, look at him, a loser. He's just trying to portray himself as having money, but he's really broke. All that little $100 he sent me, what a broke loser.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Now they go on to discuss the profile, and people are just saying like he just seems to, you know, be flashy, like to, you know, dress himself up. And one of the guys points out like, oh, you still have your ex on your profile. And Colty goes on to make a joke like, oh, you're trying to hit her up?
Who was that girl?
That's my ex-fiance.
Like she's still on your profile?
Well,
You gonna DM her?
yeah.
Child. Anyway, so. But the dating coaches asked them who thinks it's a red flag to have their exes on their profile. And Tim himself even raises his hand. He's like, yeah, having the ex, it's kind of weird. Rob goes on to say, like, why would you even want that reminder? But Tim has his ex, Veronica, on the page because one, they're really good friends. And two, they raised a child with each other. So they have more of a connection than just like ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. Like they have a family. So that's the reason he has Veronica on there. Now they move on to Rob, and of course every single picture is hot boy pictures, but they go on to start asking about his pictures, like, what do you think about this? Like, look at this hot boy, little fuck boy guy. And Jennifer is gassing his ass up. She's like, there's nothing in his pictures other than gorgeousness. There's nothing more than he was just looking gorgeous in them. And Cole gives her that snap side eye, like, girl, if you don't shut your damn mouth. So the coaches asked, now that you've seen all these pictures, do you think this reflects Rob? Like, is this who he truly is? And everybody's like, nah, no. And Jennifer, again, gasses dude up. She's like, I don't think it is. Yes, he's looking very sexy. Very, very, very sexy. But you really can't see the depth of how he is. How deep he is. Gay! And Elise, thank you. Somebody said something. Even though I know Elise did it out of saltiness, I'm like, thank you. Elise is like, wait, Jen, you saw him the other night. Does he still look like that? And everybody's taken a little back. They're like, wait, oh shit, it's about to go down. And Jennifer goes on to lie. I haven't seen his full body, but I guess everybody's seen Rob's body. I'm sure at some point they've all been in like swim trunks and stuff. You've seen his body. Like, come on now. Like, you're incriminating yourself now. So I don't know if he has abs or not, anything like that. Have you seen him, Elise? Have you? No, me? I haven't, girl. No, not me. No, I think you have. You were the first one, which means you were the second one. Did you just tell on yourself?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And Elise is like, I'm done with it. I didn't go over to his place. I didn't have schmecks with him, but everybody's around here slandering me, saying I'm the one being a hoe when it's you. Oh, so me spending the night with somebody means we have schmecks? No, we're just adults. Okay, come on, bitch, please. And you remember when I said Colty took a page out of that How to Court a Woman book or something? He is standing 10 toes down for all the women. Colt is not playing no games with Rob. Rob tries to be like, no, nothing happened, nothing like that happened. And Colty jumps in. He is on this man in 2 seconds.
Her like
Elise is a good woman.
She's not anybody, dude. Chill out.
You know.
Rumors go around that you're
Then whose fault is that?
I don't know who you really. That's what I want to know.
This is getting out of control. We never exchanged gifts.
Slandered him. Rob.
No.
Rob. Yeah, okay. Who you?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Is it Cole?
Are you jealous because
Do you have no interaction with anybody here?
Jennifer is the devil. She is a demon. Like, throw her down into the pits. Throw her down into the pits. But that was the end of this episode. And I know in last week's preview, they showed even more of Jen popping off. So I'm guessing that's going to come in next episode. They didn't show it in this preview. So it's probably because I already showed it in last week's previews. How dare you show me a preview of something that didn't even happen in this week? How dare you? But I'm hoping it comes in next week. I'm sure it's going to start off right in the beginning of the episode. But next week, they have some more dates going on. Tiffany ends up getting asked out on a date too.
Here's to a date.
Cheers to a date.
Being in this space with Chantel is definitely unique. Getting to see her in a bathing suit is obviously a plus, and I'm happy with what I saw.
I did not feel the getting wet. I guess I'm just gonna get in my dress.
She just came into the water and go with the whole dress. It's like, oh, okay. It vibe well.
So, Tiffany, you want to go on a date?
Yes!
I'm feeling jealous of the Jay situation.
And it's literally the worst feeling I've had this whole trip.
You and Usman get into like a argument?
He yelled at my ass and stormed off because he kept saying, the only woman I love here is Courtney.
But then he went on a date.
But then he went on a date with her. I know. I'm really just looking for the right time to ask Courtney out on a date. Maybe tonight's the night.
I'm excited to watch next week. It's not the same excited as I had for this week. This was like drama fueled. I'm excited to see people make connections next week, and I'm excited to see Usman make a fool out of himself. How are you gonna invite somebody on a date and not tell them what kind of, you know, attire to wear? You know, we're gonna get into that next week. Now, if you're a ride or die just like Colty, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe because I need my pookies out here. But as always, thank you guys for coming and watching. It's always appreciated. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye.